Good evening and welcome to the Newshour Agenda. I'm Madhavdas G. While crores of devotees are waiting for the biggest celebration of Astha on the 22nd of January, the top leadership of the Congress party has decided to reject the invitation for the Ram Mandir consecration ceremony. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, Congress Parliamentary Party Chairperson Sonia Gandhi and Congress's leader in the Lok Sabha, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, were invited for the ceremony in Ayodhya. But the parties issued a statement saying that they've declined the invitation, calling the Mandir ceremony an RSS BJP event. The party stated that religion is a personal matter, but RSS BJP have long made a political project of the temple in Ayodhya. Congress leaders say that they will visit the temple at the date of their choice and not the one set by the BJP.
I don't want to explain anything.
Sir, जो statement दिया वही
Everything is in that statement. Nothing more than that.
In the statement they said that BJP-RSS event it is turned Ayodhya.
That's true. That is very much true. Actually, they make it as an election campaign.
ये धर्म आस्था का विषय है। भाजपा उसका राजनीतिकरण करना चाहती है। आमंत्रण मिल रहा है, कौन जाएगा, कब जाएगा, ये भाजपा और बीएचपी थोड़ी तय करेगी। भाजपा राजनीति करना चाहती है, उसकी इस घटिया राजनीति को लोग समझते हैं।
Meanwhile, the Congress has also sought to claim credit for the Mandir being built in Ayodhya. Former Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot says that the Rajasthan government has a huge contribution in Ram Temple and that the Prime Minister should acknowledge it.
राजस्थान सरकार का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है इस मंदिर को बनाने के अंदर। उसके लिए कोई नाम नहीं ले रहा है, ना मोदी जी ले रहे हैं, ना वहाँ के जो लोग हैं। मिस्टर जी का फोन मेरे पास आया था, हमने पूरा कोऑर्डिनेट किया और जाके इसको पूरा टेक्निकली एरिया को निकलवाया गया भारत सरकार से, पर्यावरण से और फॉरेस्ट से, तब जाके मंदिर का निर्माण हो सका है। कम से कम हमारी राजस्थान सरकार को याद तो करते, धन्यवाद देते। भूल रहे हैं। आपको बुलाना चाहिए इसका मतलब। बुलाया नहीं बुलाया, उनकी मर्जी नहीं बुलाएंगे तो मैं जाऊंगा।
BJP slammed the Congress party for its decision, saying that it's now proven that Congress is anti-Ram. BJP has also attributed the decision to appeasement politics and pressure from India allies.
इंडिया अलायंस ने सोनिया जी के नेतृत्व में, कांग्रेस के नेतृत्व में बार बार सनातन धर्म की उपेक्षा की, अपमानित किया और अब इंडिया अलायंस के नेताओं द्वारा प्राण प्रतिष्ठा के पुण्य आमंत्रण को ठुकराना उनकी सनातन विरोधी सोच को दर्शाता है।
मैं इतना ही कहूंगा, आज कांग्रेस ने अगर प्राण प्रतिष्ठा की समारोह की बाइकॉट किया है तो साफ दिखता है कि हिंदुस्तान की जनता भी आने वाले समय में इनका बाइकॉट ही करने वाली है।
बेचारे जाएं भी तो कहां जाएं, वो अपने रेटोरिक में फंस रहे हैं।
उन्होंने कहा है कि सर ये जो इवेंट है ये बीजेपी और आरएसएस कब्जे।
अरे छोड़े यार, जो वो कह रहे हैं उनको कहने दो यार, सीरियसली क्यों लेते हो उनके पास, वो खुद पछताएंगे अगर नहीं जाएंगे, छोड़ो यार।
It also appears that SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav is going the Congress way. Remember, Akhilesh and his wife Dimple Yadav had in the past shown an inclination towards attending the event. BHP's Alok Kumar claims that an invitation was sent to him by post, but Akhilesh says he doesn't know him and that invitations are only sent to people who are acquainted. His remarks suggest that he has snubbed this invite as well.
आलोक जी ने ये बात कही कि प्राण प्रतिष्ठा में आपको निमंत्रण मिला है।
मैं इनको नहीं जानता हूँ, न मेरा इनका कोई परिचय है। मैं नहीं जानता हूँ, न मेरा कोई परिचय है, न मेरी उनसे कभी कोई मुलाकात हुई होगी। जो परिचय वाले हैं, हमारे व्यवहार में यही माना जाता है, जो परिचय जिनका होता है वही एक दूसरे को व्यवहार देते हैं।
उनको निमंत्रण गया है, कोरियर से गया है। ये तो ठीक है कि वो मेरे को नहीं जानते होंगे, पर यह तो ऐसा कहना है कि मैं डाकिये को नहीं जानता या कोरियर पर्सन को नहीं जानता तो मैं उससे निमंत्रण नहीं लूंगा। निमंत्रण तो मेरा नहीं है, निमंत्रण श्री राम जन्मभूमि तीर्थ क्षेत्र का है। उन पर 2024 का दबाव है, मुस्लिम वोट बैंक का दबाव भी हो सकता है।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And for more on this, let's go across to our guest joining us live. At the moment, we have with us Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. Ratan Sharda, author, is with us. Karan Verma, author, also joining us. With us also is Sanjay Jha, author, and he is, of course, a suspended Congress member. We also have with us Shubhankar Bhattacharya, political analyst. Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, also joining us. Let me start with you first and foremost, Sanjay Jha. Now, the BJP has been very quick to react to the rejection of the invite. They are saying that this shows and once again reconfirms a pattern of the Congress party insulting the Sanatan Dharma, because this is a party that once said in the courts that Lord Ram is fictional. How do you react to this charge? Because this could be pretty damaging in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections 2024. Sanjay.
Madhav, good evening. I think what the BJP talks in politics is mostly balderdash. I don't want to comment on it. But here are the larger, I would say, significance of what the Congress has done. I have read their entire statement. And I think the Congress party has basically taken the call. I wish they had done it a little earlier instead of prolonged delay, that the entire consecration ceremony should be a sacred, pure event, sans any political permission. So if you read the statement carefully, and I have been in touch with some of the people there in the party, the messaging is that we don't want a sacred, sacrosanct event of the consecration of the Ram temple to be hijacked by a political project of the Bharatiya Janata Party in an electoral season. Now, there are 2 points that I wish to make very quickly before you move on, Madhav. Number one, in my opinion, and this is, I've been very vocal about it, I won't change my stance simply because the Congress has done something different. I think the Congress party could still have made this statement and yet even attended the Ram Mandir consecration. I have 2 reasons for that. Number one, it is a historic occasion. It's a momentous occasion. It actually basically is a manifestation of the faith of the majority community in India, which is 80%. And there is nothing wrong, even if the BJP is making it a political project or is hijacking a Supreme Court verdict. I think the Congress party should have been there just to send out this message that we don't care for what the BJP's petty parochial games are. We will rise above that kind of parochialism. I do believe it's a lost opportunity.
Let's take this question across to Sanju Verma. Sanju Verma, it is a religious event that is being hijacked by politics, for the sake of politics, by the BJP. Please respond to Sanjay Jha.
You know, Madhav, I want to put a couple of facts out there. Point number one, it was in 1989 during the Palampur resolution that the BJP and RSS got this entire Ram Mandir issue onto the center stage of Indian political landscape. And I remember after the demolition of the Babri Masjid, the RSS and the BJP were treated as untouchables and pariahs in their own country, despite no concrete proof then of their involvement. If a party which has been treated as an untouchable for the longest time, simply because it stood up for Hindus and Hindutva and Hinduism, what have you, if it today gets credit, लोगों के पेट में उबाल और दर्द क्यों हो रहा है? Point number 3. You know, first and foremost, this is not just about BJP and RSS. This is about every proud practicing Hindu who takes pride not only in his, not only in wearing his Hindu credentials very unapologetically on his sleeves, but this is also a resurrection, a revivalism, a rejuvenation of our civilizational legacy. And we had to fight for over 495 years to finally bring to fruition the Bhavya Ram Mandir. मुझे एक बात बताइए माधव, भव्य राम मंदिर यदि भारत में नहीं बनेगा, भव्य राम मंदिर की सेलिब्रेशन यदि हिंदू भारत में और अयोध्या में नहीं करेंगे, तो क्या अफगानिस्तान में करेंगे, ट्यूनीसिया में करेंगे, अल्जीरिया में करेंगे, पाकिस्तान में करेंगे? You know, we have to celebrate what is ours. I don't see, the halablu and the brouhaha over it. Now, coming to Sanjay Jha saying what the BJP says and does is balderdash. So, Mr. Jha, let me remind you, ahead of December 3rd, when the results about the Hindi heartland were declared, there are many tweets by you which epitomize what balderdash and what living in La La Land is. After every tweet, you would say, mark this tweet. The BJP is going to be wiped out in Madhya Pradesh. Mark this tweet. The Congress will make an even bigger comeback in Chhattisgarh. Mark this tweet. The BJP will be wiped out in Rajasthan. And today, Mr. Jha, you have a nice, big, fat, wobbly omelette on your face because it is the Congress that has been wiped out from the Hindi heartland. And I'll tell you years to reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Okay.
I say this without any apology. India is what it is today, the most thriving and vibrant democracy.
All right.
80% of our population.
You made your point. You made your point. Let Sanjay Jha come in now. You've taken his name, so I'm going to allow Sanjay Jha a quick chance to rebut. But I would request everyone to keep their comments brief because we have many other panelists who have not yet spoken. Sanjay.
Yeah, Madhav, I promise I'll keep this very short. I think the BJP as a political party has abandoned all rights to talk about civilizational ethos of this country after the Supreme Court verdict on the Bilkis Banu case yesterday. Hang your head in shame because your party defended them, and that was not just the rape of Bilkis Banu, it was an insult to the ethos of
One by one. Sanjay, I'll come to you. One second. Let him make his point. You can respond to him.
Stop making these, moral grandstanding. Your party stands exposed as duplicitous when it comes to morality, as the most corroded party when it comes to ethics, and one that will trade anything for an electoral gain. You have no moral standpoint to even comment on civilizational ethos.
I need
Sanju
to
Verma.
put this in 20 seconds. Sanjay Jha, when you make fun of the BJP saying it has no civilizational ethos, you are actually making fun of not only 80% Hindus, you're also making fun of the 23 crore people who voted for the BJP. And let me tell you one thing. Will you apologize for Shah Bano? Will you apologize for Shah Bano? Shah Bano was denied a measly alimony of 179 rupees a month.
That is very different from a gang rape by 11 people. That is very different from a gang rape by 11 people.
Supreme Court judgment on Shah Bano.
Okay.
Apologize for Shah Bano. If you have the decency and the guts, then I will tell you.
All right, let me come in now. I want to bring in Ravi Srivastava. Ravi Srivastava, the question being posed by the BJP here is this. They are saying that this is an issue that we have fought long and hard for. We're not going to be apologetic about it. It is a Ram Janmabhoomi movement, as we all know. The BJP, the RSS, etc. have been very closely associated with it. It's been in the BJP manifesto for decades. And now finally, when it's coming to light, certainly the BJP is going to be at the forefront of it. They've invited everyone. And in fact, you must have heard Mr. Alok Kumar and others who said that if they had not been invited, perhaps there would have been even more politics.
Madhav, first of all, BJP never fought for the temple, except for writing in their manifesto once or twice. They never fought for it.
There was no Rath Yatra, sir. Somnath Yatra,
in the Supreme Court,
Rath Yatra, all that. What was all that for, in your view?
On 7th January 1993, when Ayodhya Act was passed, BJP never opposed it. And the BJP never wanted the temple to be constructed. We have got the remarks from Yogi Adityanath on Lord Hanuman already. So they are only riding on a wave that because the Supreme Court ordered for the construction of a temple, they are going to take a credit. And this event particularly is the BJP-RSS event. All the four Shankaracharyas, Jagat Guru Shankaracharyas have already denounced that they will not be joining this temple. Now, I want to ask you one question. I'm seeing your tickers on your channel repeatedly coming in, that they are joining hands with the IUML, the Congress is joining hands with the AUDF. I don't know that if I am not with you, I am against you. What kind of narrative is this? The statement from Congress has respectfully declined the invitation. They have respectfully declined the invitation. They say because this is somebody is trying to take a political mileage out of it. Only for garnering the votes for the forthcoming Lok Sabha.
But I think Sanjay Jha has answered that question. He believes that the Congress could have attended this event and yet made a political point. That's exactly what Sanjay Jha just said. He's answered exactly the question that you are raising.
I modify his understanding. He's right in saying so. He's right in saying so. But there is no need to be there on the 22nd. When the temple completes, then everybody can.
Ravi Srivastava, let me ask you a larger question. May I ask you a larger question? My question is this: that we've seen a lot of acrimony, a lot of heated debate, a lot of issues that have come out of this one particular matter. Isn't it time after the Supreme Court verdict at least to bury the hatchet, to show that the country is united? Because end of the day, when the legal aspects have been sorted out by the Supreme Court, why not send a message of larger bipartisanship and unity? Maybe that is something that everyone should be thinking about in the larger interest of the nation.
Country's unity has nothing to do with the construction of the Ram Mandir. That's a much larger issue, which includes all.
You don't think divisions would have been narrowed?
All communities. It has not to do anything with the Ram Mandir.
No,
now,
because Ravi Srivastava, if you are accusing the BJP of doing politics on the issue, tomorrow the BJP will accuse the Congress, and he is accusing the Congress of doing politics. At least if politics on this issue ends, you know, one contentious issue which can possibly increase divisions in society would be settled.
It's not like that. It's not a division at all. That's what I'm saying. Everybody is respecting Lord Ram. Everybody will visit that. But why in a half-built temple? It is ashubh to go in a half-built temple.
Let me bring in Ratan Sharda, because I think 3-4 questions that Ratan Sharda, I would like you to answer that he has raised. One, of course, he says, why go into a half-built temple? It is ashubh. Then, of course, he seems to have forgotten that BJP and RSS, he claims, have not fought for the Ram temple. I think there was an entire movement there that Mr. Ravi Srivastava has glossed over. Would you like to refresh his memory, Ratan Sharda?
Actually, I won't deign to respond to his vituperative language all the time. But see, we remember how Advani ji created an upsurge in the country when he took out a Rath Yatra. He was jailed. BJP lost 4 governments. If it has done nothing, why 4 governments are lost? So let us not get into that, because this is useless kind of, intellectualism. The issue is that I would first like to answer Sanjay Jha, because he made some coherent points. When you talk of secularism, separation of state and the religion, iftar party with the government ministers is fine. Visiting Pope, inviting Pope is all fine. Stand before him, kneeling before that is fine. So that is secularism. But going to temple or presiding over a temple, Pran Pratishtha is not good. And there is nothing like complete or incomplete temple. Always there are temples. Pran Pratishtha is done. It is a long wait for Hindus. And we know how Bhagwan was kept in a tent for years together. He talks in 1993. What was the resolution? It was having a Ram Mandir adjacent to a mosque, which was not acceptable to the Hindu. What is wrong with that? And further, when we talk of cultural tradition and blah blah blah, Mr. Sanjay Jha, why doesn't the Gujarat riot start from Godhra? Why it start from 59 men and women and children burnt alive? That doesn't come to their mind. 1983, Assam election taken by Indira Ji, whom I respect much more than all these jokers today. She went for a forced election in which thousands lost their lives. Nelli massacre, Mullapur massacre, Jabalpur massacre, how many should I remind? And where were all these guilty people? Were they punished? Did Congress ever take a rap on that? Simple issue is that they have a golden chance, they lost it. Because that desperate Hindu voters had thought that Congress will be respectful to Bhagwan Ram and they will come for the consecration. Imagine camera on your Modi, or imagine camera on Modi ji and parallel Sonia Gandhi, Khadge and Rahul Gandhi. See, as far as Rahul Gandhi is concerned, you check his attendance for 15th August, 26th January and Lok Sabha. He hardly attends. Whether 26th January or 15th August, they are last people to tell us they are not attending because it's a religious ceremony. It is purely political move because they believe that in Karnataka, Telangana, Muslim votes move to them. So now to keep the Muslim votes with them and show a small finger to the regional parties that are playing this game, the more votes they get of Muslims, they lose much more votes and respect from Hindus. So it was a golden chance. As a Hindu, I feel unhappy. As a BJP supporter, I think BJP will be smirking, happily laughing at this stupid thing that they have done. They are gone by the JNE gang and not by the traditional Congress view, where even Indira Ji, though played a very clever secular game, never let Hindu down, never made them feel inferior. And even Rajiv Gandhi last took out his election campaign from Ayodhya, saying that I will bring Ram Rajya to Bharat. Unfortunately, things didn't unfold, but that is what Congress did. And today is talking of bringing politics. You go to Ayodhya, start a campaign, that's not politics. And somebody, without talking of BJP, trust of Ram Mandir, giving invitation, make some politics. I think they lost their nuts totally.
Before I go across to Shubhankar, I want to ask this question of Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, what if the Bharat Nyaya Yatra, which is incidentally traversing through Uttar Pradesh, at least touched down on Ayodhya? The question that Mr. Ratan Sharda has posed is that the Congress party has lost an opportunity. And clearly, in his view at least, if Rajiv Gandhi could do it, if Indira Gandhi has done it, and at the same time you have other party leaders claiming credit that the locks were opened by Rajiv Gandhi. So what kind of a position is this now?
I think I'm just trying to speculate on what the Congress is communicating. This is based on my conversations with some of them. The Congress's basic messaging is, who is the RSS, the VHP or the BJP? to issue certificates to all of us on the panel. I'm assuming most of us by our name appear to be Hindus. Who is the BJP likely to give us a certificate whether we are a good practicing Hindu or a bad Hindu or whatever? And I think that has got a political content, basically challenging the BJP's attempt to try and hijack this entire Ram Temple consecration. The second point is equally important, Madhav. You know, everyone is talking about this minority appeasement and where Mr. Sharda is wrong. Sharda ji, let me tell you that the Congress has won elections in Himachal, Karnataka, Rajasthan and everywhere in the past, which are completely majority Hindu community based. So to believe that in a vote where 80% are Hindu, you think political parties are so imprudent or stupid that they will only concentrate on 14% of the votes? So I think it's a very bizarre logic. And I think the real thing is that the BJP and the RSS plays majority appeasement. Nobody talks of majority appeasement. All we talk about is minority appeasement.
There's no vote bank politics in this, Sanju Verma. There's no vote bank politics.
This can't be a monologue by Sanjay Jha, Madhav.
It's okay, ma'am. You also, everybody has a right to speak. You can respond to him.
May I? With your permission.
Yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. Madhav, taking off from where Ratan Sharda, elaborated on a couple of very pertinent points, I have this to say, that when the Congress says that the BJP is a majoritarian party, it has always undermined the well-being and credibility of Muslims. Nothing can be farther from the truth, and I'll tell you why. Forget about the Hashimpura riots of 1987. Forget about the Bhagalpur riots of 1989, which all happened under the watch of Rajiv Gandhi. Let us talk about the recent past. The 2006 Aligarh riots, the 2008 Dhule riots in Maharashtra, the 2010 Beganga riots in North 24 Parganas in Bengal, the 2011 Bharatpur riots in Rajasthan, the 2012 Kokrajhar riots in Assam, the 2013 Muzaffarnagar riots in Uttar Pradesh. All these riots were basically about the Hindu community being marginalized and some radical elements from the other side wreaking havoc under the supervision and the long nose of an incompetent Congress dispensation. Most of the riots happened under the watch of Sonia Gandhi's kitchen cabinet and Manmohan Singh. So for Sanjay Jha to sit here and wax eloquent about BJP's majoritarianism is a whole lot of balderdash and hogwash. But last but not the least, I have this to say. This is the same Prime Minister Madhav, 20 seconds, who goes to Ajmer और बड़ी शिद्दत से वहां चादर चढ़ाते हैं. This is the same Prime Minister who visited the Grand Istiqlal Mosque in Indonesia in 2018. This is the same Prime Minister who 2 years back from the ramparts of the Red Fort exhorted all of us to celebrate the sacrifices of Guru Tegh Bahadur. This is the same Prime Minister Narendra Modi who visited the Pope at the Vatican in October 2021. And this is the same Prime Minister Narendra Modi who last year visited the Al-Hakim Mosque in Egypt and was bestowed the Order of the Nile, the highest civilian honor by Egypt, which is a Muslim country.
Right.
So Sanjay Jha, debate par aaya.
All right, let me bring in Shubhankar now. Shubhankar, of course, these are examples that the BJP is citing of the Prime Minister's outreach, but at the same time, there is a charge that several panelists have made that not just the Congress, even Mamata Banerjee is being accused of, holding double standards. On the one hand, attending iftar parties, etc., but when it comes to this particular event, dubbing it political. Is it nothing but minority appeasement is a question that the BJP is asking? Your response, Shubhankar.
First of all, Mother, thanks for coming me after, say, 28 odd minutes, which I have been hearing everyone.
18
now,
minutes, sir. And there is another panelist after you. I apologize for keeping you waiting.
Given me 2 minutes. I'll just take 2 minutes of yours. I'll take just 2 minutes. I'll just finish my 2 minutes. I'll not make it as a Sanju Verma show, but I'll finish it as earlier as possible. See, one thing is there. Number one, if the BJP wants to project it as a really Sanatan program of, this is a Hindu program, this is a Sanatan program, I really suggest them to remove every single poster from Ayodhya claiming that this is a BJP electoral program. You remove the BJP flags from there, make it a general Hindutva program. I promise you, every leader from every opposition party, the top leaders would come down. The thing is that you want to own it as a BJP flagged program. That is where the thing is coming up. Now the second thing is, I'll still be a Sanatan follower if I go to Ram Mandir on 22nd of March or 22nd of October or maybe 22nd of December this year. So fixing up a particular date, the time that you decide, the way you want us to function, you are not setting the rules for Sanatan Dharma. So nobody is there to follow that.
Okay.
Number three, it should be our choice, it should be our given choice to decide whether to remain, can we have a Sanatan tag still remaining with us if I'm a staunch follower of Kali Ji? Now this remains a long-term discussion, but now the thing is that it does come to that. Because what you are doing is you are creating a political chaos just by stating that basically Ramji is a brand of BJP. This thing. So
I want Karan to
to
respond to you on this. Karan Verma, 3 points. Why are they political flags? Who sets the terms and who decides who is a Hindu? It should be up to the individual themselves and not any party or organization. Please respond to Mr.
Madhav, Mr. Jha also said that why are we being issued certificates? Mr. Jha, nobody is issuing you certificates. The proof of the pudding lies in the eatings. Look at your deeds. The Congress has had a pathological hatred, and today it's only fitting that they are not coming for the temple. This is the party, Madhav, that pulled all stops to ensure that the Ram Mandir doesn't come to fruition. You remember from the Supreme Court affidavit of Ramji doesn't exist. Now, will you please ask him
Shubhankar, nobody interrupted you. Please let him make his point. You can respond to him. Yeah. Correct.
From the Supreme Court affidavit of Ram doesn't exist to Kapil Sibal fighting the case and trying his best to stall the Ram Mandir after 2019 Lok Sabha elections, to the alliances they've had with people who've talked about eradication of Sanatan, I think it's only fitting that Congress doesn't go there and does praschata in solitude. That is what they need to do. And when they say that the BJP has no role, we all are aware of the role that BJP and RSS have played in the movement. I also want to put one fact on record that many don't know. In 2017, when Yogi Adityanath became the CM of Uttar Pradesh, it was Amit Shah who asked Yogi Adityanath, and this is a matter on record and even in the court proceedings, Amit Shah asked him, there are 1.5 lakh documents still awaiting translation which can ensure that the case proceedings go on at a faster pace. At that time, 1.5 lakh documents in different languages, Farsi, Sanskrit, all other languages were translated by the Yogi government in 6 months of record time. The day-to-day hearings again was pushed for by the government. So yes, this government does deserve credit, but nobody is giving credit here. All we are saying is that no civilization should ever wait for 500 years to see their favorite deity get its rightful place. It's a shame that we've had to wait for 500 years, and we do not need any certificates. But yes, your certificates have been issued by the people of this country who have rejected you for being anti-Sanatan, for being anti-Hindu.
Shubhankar.
See, I think Mr. Shada didn't answer a single point of mine. I just said that if you're so much interested in inviting all the fellow politicians from your opposition party and you really mind that them not joining in and you want to show it as a Sanatan program, then remove your politics, because even in the very first statement of Sanju Verma, in one single dialogue, there was Ram Mandir, and there was Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh elections all put up together. So the idea of using Ram as a political agenda is much clearer over here. And that is where I think the top leaders from the opposition parties are keeping away from. So you are trying to, constitute rules all by yourself just to use it as a political advertisement for the coming elections. That's it.
Okay. Sanju Verma, I think that is a fair question, because in certain states such as West Bengal, etc., as I'm reading, there is a door-to-door campaign that has been launched by the BJP. It's an outreach program to spread word about the inauguration of the Ram temple. It's of course a different thing if the RSS and VHP were doing it, but if the BJP is specifically doing it, then there are bound to be questions.
Madhav, this is RSS.
I need to, Madhav, is that for me or for Mr.
Sanju Verma, and then I'm coming to you, Mr. Sharda. Mr. Sharda, I'm coming to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Madhav, I have this to say.
One by one, please. Ravi Srivastava, please calm down. I'm coming to you. I've asked her a question and you can respond to her.
Absolutely incorrect.
Thank you. May I please come in?
Mr. Srivastava, please, I'm coming to you. Let her respond. You can respond to her. Yeah.
This man is... Yeah. Madhav, I have this to say. Now, I hope Mr. Shubhankar Mishra from the TMC will not heckle me. This is Mamata Banerjee's statement barely 24 hours back at a public rally. Okay, can I finish, please? This is Mamata Banerjee's statement at a public rally 24 hours back. Madhav, as long Muslim, Sikh, Christian, scheduled tribes will not be divided. So Miss Banerjee, let me tell you that Mamata Banerjee, you are the last person who should be lecturing on Hinduism, because under your watch, we had the Malda riots of 2015-16, we had the Bhaduria riots of 2017, we had the Asansol riots of 2018, we had the Jadavpur riots of 2019, we had the Sitakulchi riots of 2020, we had the post-poll Bengal violence of 2021, we had the Panchayat violence of 2023.
Okay.
And what is the common thread amongst all these riots? In all these riots, the Hindus were undermined by radical Islamists, encouraged and abetted by a bigot, by a Hindu-phobic chief minister called Mamata Banerjee, who
I want Shubhankar to respond to that.
This chadar of secularism.
Okay, Shubhankar.
Is being anti-Hindu.
You made your point. You made your point. The West Bengal government has been against the interest of Hindus, says the BJP. Please respond to that, Shubhankar. And that is being underlined once again here. Shubhankar.
She is not secular. Mamata Banerjee.
Shubhankar.
First of all,
yeah, Sanju, got your point. Let others come in.
One person to mute Miss. Is Sanju Verma over? Can I begin?
Yes, I've asked you the question. Respond to her.
Okay, thank you. So, first of all, I won't actually, give Sanju Verma anything, acclamation about going about for Mamata Banerjee. You can say anything. If I start counting about it, I'll start from your leaders. You have the leaders called Teniji. You have the leaders like Brijbhushan Sharan. You have the leaders, like I can name, go on and on. Why don't you name the Godhra incidents? Why don't you name the Gujarat incidents? How many killings have been there? The lynching, the mob lynching and all. You are the people who have actually established it. And this is not a fight for dharma, sorry. Wherever there is killing, this is a fight for adharma actually. That is not dharma at all. Number two, you're not answering the question. At a place where you hate so much, then why are you sending us the invitation? Why do you want, if there is so much hatred for the opposition party, for the opposition leaders, you are minding that why aren't opposition leaders turning up on your event?
Okay.
This is a discussion about this particular issue.
Okay.
We're not discussing about the rest anything else.
We're not discussing the past, Ratan
That
Sharda.
means you just wanted to frame it as a political expedition of yours.
Okay, I want Ratan Sharda to come in now. Ratan Sharda, we're not discussing past history, we're discussing this particular event, because if you start digging up, there are skeletons in every closet, says Shubhankar Bhattacharya. Please respond to him.
Well, I'm not here to dig skeletons, because I'm here to celebrate Bhagwan Ram. And Bhagwan Ram never had any angry words or any bad words for anybody. That's why I'm smiling. I'm amused the way these people are derailing the discussion instead of celebrating something that every Hindu should celebrate. Now, when you talk of, this communalism, do you forget that how saffron terror was created by the same people? How Mamata Banerjee gave special rights to Muezzins and Maulvis with huge salaries, and about 1/4 of 1/10 to Pandits after a couple of years. She celebrated some daya to Durga Mandaps or everything to the Muslims. I'm not getting into that. My simple question is, see, Somnath Temple was first project where Nehruji clearly opposed it. In fact, made Rajendra Prasadji pay heavy price for that, asked people not to go to his funeral. This is the kind of hate, but one time this unkind of, Western model secularism was there. Then slowly things changed from Shastri, Indira Gandhi and all that. Now they're going into the same cycle. So sooner the Congress gets rid of the JNU kind of leftist, better it is. What stops other parties from putting that holders or the hoardings? What stops people from claiming that Rajiv Gandhi was the original liberator of Ram Janmabhoomi by opening the locks and doing the Shilanyas? But unfortunately, they are playing both the cards, and none of the cards will work because you can't ride on two horses.
Let me bring in Ravi Srivastava on that. Ravi Srivastava, are you trying to ride on two horses, or has that plan completely crashed? Because here Ratan Sharda is asking, on the one hand you have those who claimed or have claimed in the past that Rajiv Gandhi should get credit for opening the locks. Today you have Ashok Gehlot, Rajasthan Chief Minister, who's talking about how much his government has contributed, and then this action happens of not attending the ceremony, because it appears that there are both strategies. You're trying to ride two horses, which may not be a practical strategy. Please respond to Ratan Sharda.
I told you right in the beginning that if I am not with you, I am opposing you, is the wrong concept altogether. If everybody is a Ram Bhakt here, then nobody needs a certificate. The BJP or RSS or BHP are not the contractors of the Bhagwan Ram or anywhere, so they don't have to issue a certificate over here. Now, what I want to tell you is that the BJP spokesperson talk about 10 riots of the communal riots against the Hindus, but she doesn't talk about the riots against the minority community, where 2,000 people were killed. She doesn't utter even once that particular statement. I mean, what is this? You want to make it, and one more last thing I want to add.
Yeah.
Some goons wearing the Bhagwa Patta are moving society to society, house to house, in the pretext of inviting people for Ram Mandir. They are asking the votes for the BJP. This is happening in the Bombay and Pune and at least several cities in Maharashtra.
How are you calling them goons, sir? By what definition are you calling them goons?
I call them goons because somebody unauthorizedly entering into my society or my flat is a goon. They are not authorized people by any party.
They are not authorized people. I don't know what you're basing this on, but yes, Sanju Verma.
I made a police complaint against them every day. I made a police complaint against them. Why such people are entering the society?
Did they threaten you? Did they enter a home forcefully? I have gone to homes to give Ram Mandir Akshat. Nobody is objected. Everybody is welcoming, and there is no force. There is nothing in the thing. They take permission. They visit people. People welcome them. This blind man, this poisonous man, is spreading the talk of goons.
All right. Let's leave it there. Well, certainly very different perceptions, very different views, but we'll have to leave it there. Sanju Verma, Ratan Sharda, Karan Verma, Sanjay Jha, Shubhankar Bhattacharya, and Ravi Srivastava. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.